The craziest way to start a video on YouTube is saying, "Welcome to my YouTube channel." I honestly do not know what people mean by that, by welcoming you to their YouTube channel, but I don't want to welcome you because this is not your first time here. But if this is your first time here, well, I'm sure you like what you're seeing. If you don't, just start to like it. Today is my day 2 of recording content consistently and sharing my thoughts with you. So first, let me tell you guys what I've been up to recently. I just restarted, and this time I am speaking to you. I'm hoping and praying that I have the discipline and consistency to see this through till the end of the year. So I am now starting a new journey into finance. It's kind of crazy. It feels overwhelming somewhat because finance isn't something I know of, neither do I have prior experience, but I like it. I love numbers, I love economics, I love what happens. That's one. Two, I think it's a more natural state for me. My love for numbers, my love for economics, my love for how money works. I think both of them work. Even though a part of me feels like I should be more focused on economics and finance, but right now, honestly, I am focusing solely on finance. I'll do the economics as part of it and the accounting. It feels overwhelming just thinking about it. Where do I get my courses from? YouTube is there, Coursera is there. I'm also working with DeepSeek and ChatGPT to help me design a curriculum on what I should do. So that's what I'm trying to do now. That's the new journey I'm on. I'm trying to make a number of big decisions in my life, and it has been difficult. Speaking of big decisions, I do not know for people if you've ever been in that position where you have been forced by life sometimes, or maybe by your own design, to make big decisions. How did you make them? What inspired your big decision? For example, I have made a number of equals big decisions in my life. I think the biggest one was leaving Lagos to Jos, and it has worked out well for me. Even though there are times when I look back at my time in Jos and I don't think I achieved the things I wanted to achieve. I don't think I became a better version of myself here. But I also know, if I'm being honest with myself, that even though my finances might not have been as great as I expected it to be, I have learned a number of things just being in Jos. I have become a better man, more resolute. I have become more loving in certain ways and less loving in certain ways. I have been thrusted into the deep end of life at certain times in my life. I have escaped some, I have been burned by some, I have earned scars, I have earned insults, I have gone through the full gamut, I want to believe, of life as a person. And so I think that my big decision to come to Jos has paid off in that regard. But I also feel that my big decision hasn't paid off in the sense that where I thought I would get to, I haven't gotten there. The kind of things I thought I would achieve, I haven't achieved them. And somehow, I have had a reduction in my ability to dream, to chase those dreams, and to think big. Even though, again, I'm being very honest with you all here now, is I also think that me not being able to be a certain version of myself as much as I think I should isn't solely dependent on Jos. I am learning, and I think I've learned in these few years I've been here, that you are solely responsible for how your life pan out. And while your location affects a great deal of the things you do, how you do them, how far you can go, I also believe that your mentality is not solely dependent on location. I think that I'm learning to take responsibilities for my failure, even though it isn't something I'm used to. Not like I always blame people, but I have in a very honest way, a victim mentality, one that I have sort of outgrown to a large extent, but have not fully weaned myself off. But just being here and going through all of this has taught me that I have to be responsible for myself. I have to be responsible for my decisions. I have to be responsible for how my life has panned out. Whether or not people, situations have affected me negatively, I still chose to respond certain ways. I still chose to make certain decisions that either validated or negated whatever things happened to me. So in the end, I think I've learned a lot just being in Jos. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you guys about, not decision making. I probably will have to do that some other time when I have fully formed these thoughts in my head. But for now, I want to share with you how our journeys through life are not always wasted, how the things we go through do not always mean in and of themselves that we are bad, that we are doomed for failure, and that our lives will never turn out good. Like I said earlier in my introduction, one of the things I've learned is, well, you sometimes will not get the best of places, the best of people, the best of things. you will get something that is valuable if you looked hard enough and deeply enough. I know there's somebody out there that will go, but do I have to look that deep enough? Isn't it supposed to be obvious? Are these gains and positive things that I've learned, air quotes, are they not supposed to be so obvious that I don't have to glimpse and to see them? And yes, it should be obvious at some level, but at some level, especially when the more realistic or the more evident part of that journey, of that phase of your life is negative, you would have to look deeper, you would have to peel off that veil of negativity that is not false, but might also be clouding you from seeing the truth of what actually happened to you and some of the positive things you can glean from them. And so when we go through life, we go through stuff, you face stuff. Like I mentioned before, I have become a different version. I have learned, I have grown, I have become more mature in certain areas. But if I'm not looking deeply at those things that I think are positives in my life, and they truly are, not just me trying to paint an ugly paint a pig as a queen, but these things have truly been good. So let me give you a little example of that, and so you get an idea of what this is. I spoke to you guys before. I think the last video I talked about vulnerability and what it meant. I used to be that guy too that broke down at the slightest provocation. The slightest form of inconvenience got me so badly that you would not know that I am an adult. I would lose my shit, throw tantrums, just be provocated at the simplest things. Yesterday, I was thinking about some of the things I'm having to deal with right now and how I would have responded some years ago. And the first thing that came to my head is, bro, you truly have grown. You truly have moved on from that shell-tagged, comfy guy to this person who can face the world even when it's burning without burning themselves in the process. I remember one time when I wanted to get a phone. This is a funny story, but I'll say it anyways because I think it's important for you to hear it. So I had just started writing as a freelancer and I had saved up money to get myself a new phone. It was 30k at the time. I wanted to go get myself a new phone. And I'm like, oh, finally, I'll get myself a new phone. The one I was using before was bad. So I saved up, got my money together, and went to the market to get a phone. I walked around the markets in the Korodu garage market looking for second-hand phone to get. And so there I was, having searched and searched and searched and searched. I didn't see the kind of phone I wanted. And at some point, I think I saw one phone that I wanted, but I needed to go withdraw money because I couldn't transfer them. I didn't know what happened when I couldn't transfer, or if it was not a thing at the time. I can't remember. But I needed to go withdraw money from a bank. So I go to the bank to withdraw money, and the ATM doesn't dispense my money. I'm like, okay, ATM they don't dispense my money. I'll probably come tomorrow to get this phone. And I told the guy, please keep the phone for me. I like it. I've got the money, but the ATM at the bank is not working. So I'll come tomorrow morning to buy the stuff from you. So the guy said, no problem. He will keep it for me. So as soon as on my way to the house, having known the phone I was going to get, I think I saw that I had been debited of the 30,000 naira. I lost my shit. I literally was angry. I was throwing tantrums in the house. I was just like, I worked hard for this money. Why would they take it? I was thinking back now, it was a very stupid thing to do. Like, honestly, it was a dumb thing to do. It was a stupid thing to throw tantrums about, but I did. And it was 30,000 naira that I could easily have gone to the bank the next day or 2 days after to rectify. The phone I thought I wanted to get, I could have gotten a different phone in a different day. I did not have a gun to my head. I did not have a deadline I needed to meet. And so I needed the phone desperately. I had my sister's phone I could always borrow to do stuff if I wanted to. So again, there was really no need in hindsight why I threw the kind of tantrums I threw. But at the time, it just felt normal to me. I remember my father coming to me and saying, this is a stupid thing. This is too small a thing for you to be angry about. This is too tiny a thing for you to be this aggressive and angry and shouting and screaming and hitting yourself. It's just 8,000 naira. You get the money back, and even if you don't, it's just money. I didn't understand it then because I'm like, yo, you didn't work for me. I worked for this money. I did sleepless nights to save up this money to be able to get the stuff, and now I'm just God, I was dumb, bruv, it's stupid. And so that's an example of what I used to be before, and how just leaving the house and having to face the world on my own, and to an extent, to face the world with someone else and responsible, has shaped me and changed me in some way. And now when I think about those moments, I'm like, what were you thinking, bruv? So when we go through stuff, and this is going to be the shortest I'll probably talk to you about, is don't ever think that those bad things you're going through will be the end of you. I'm learning that nothing can be the end of me. I'll survive. Like, I will definitely find the way. Would the way be a perfect way for me? No. Even though I'll probably share this some other time, how to be a lot more strategic in your movement, in your actions and what. But you will not die because of your current situation, except it is a life-threatening health challenge. Other than that, nothing can kill you. You just have to remember that this is just a process. You just have to remember that this is just a phase. And while it might seem overwhelming, if you zoom out of your problem for a while, it's hard. It's almost impossible to do, especially when you're currently immersed in it and immersed in it. But if you zoom out of your problem for a while, you realize how small, and let me not use the word inconsequential, but how infinitesimal your problem is incomparable to other things around the world. You'd also realize, again, if you zoom out of your life in this current moment, how you have gone through stuff that you never thought you'd survive, but you did. So if you are in a position where things are terrible, like many people are, just you're going to go through it. It is something, or it's a process that is teaching you how to become a better version of yourself. I know this thing I want to say right now is cliche, but I'll say it nonetheless. Gold isn't formed in cold places. Golds are formed through fire. I'm not saying you have to be burned, but I'm saying that in these moments when things don't work, when things don't seem like they work, I want you to remember that you can get out of it. You do have the power to get out of it though, but I don't need you to dwell in it and think your life has ended or your life will end because of it. Trust me, you will get out of it. You will still face more trouble in the end. Trouble, like they say, no the finish. So to you, my dear man out there, listening to me right now, you'll be fine. I insanely believe that you'll be fine. So I don't want you to think that this moment is all there is to you. I don't want you to think that everything you've ever wanted to do would not work because right now isn't working. You will be fine. Trust me, man. So let's go through this together. And I'm going to be more vulnerable with you going forward. I'll share the things I'm learning because I realized that I don't talk too much. You'll be fine. Like that's what I'll say to you. You'll be alright. No worry. Nothing will kill you. Just gallant. Hold yourself together. I've got you, bro. Adios. Like I always say, like, subscribe, and comment. Just comment and like. Like those are the two things I ask of you because this is a big deal for me. You know. Yeah. Alright, people. Bye.